Some wine, please?
Like we talked about?
Yes, Delphine. I believe I swept it this morning.
Are you sure?
Well, it looks clean enough. And it was just going to get dusty again anyway. And I'll get on it right away.
Good.
Is there something I can help you with? You lead. I'll follow.
Yes, Sarah?
It is a shame that was
That
necessary.
was your decision.
What was that?
Is
What was
someone
that?
there? I have to admit, oh no, you don't. That's what I thought. Make sure to pull your bow all the way back to get the most power out of your shot.
someone there. You're as good as dead.
Are you prepared to die?
Out your blood.
Didn't feel it
You're
there.
outmatched. I have to admit, I'm disappointed.
It's no fun unless you fight me with
Get
magic.
him!
I'll kill you if I have to. Go ahead, try and fight back. Get her!
Pull back!
Hey, be careful!
It is a shame that was necessary.
People get tired of hearing it. But in the arena, you take one battle at a time. Same goes for ruins like this. Too big to think too far ahead.
Over here.
I'll try and make this quick. You're nothing.
I'll mount your head on my think you're bleeding.
No! You'll pay
You're a
for that.
disgrace to your own kind. That's what I
Quite a
thought.
team, eh? Be careful, friend. This place does seem too forgiving. Someone's there.
Time to end this little game.
Mercy!
Found
You
you.
don't stand a chance.
Come on.
Call yourself a Nord? You scumorn must be a shit.
You won't get away.
Easily done.
Only a fool lets himself get surrounded.
This is a little creepy. It's thousands of years old. Who knows what we might find?
Too bad we can't read these carvings. Who knows what secrets we'd uncover.
Is someone there?
Come on!
Oh, no, you don't.
Die, then! I'll kill you!
Remember, that was your decision.
The key to defeating Draugr is to stay low and duck under their shout. That, or cover your ears.
I hope that when I die, I don't end up as a shambling corpse.
Where did you come from? I have to admit, I'm disappointed. That's what I thought.
Is someone coming? Is that you, Hotnir? Bjorn? Soling? I know I ran ahead with the claw, but I... Help! Not again! Help!
There you are.
Keep it away from me!
That's the end of that.
Disappointed.
Don't leave me for Arke's sake! Help me! Help! Get me down! Get me down! You! Over here! You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up. Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there. Sweet breath of Arke, thank you. It's coming loose. I can feel it. You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
I don't think I like what... There's someone there. How glad I killed him myself. Look out! Draugr!
Only a fool lets himself get surrounded.
Stick close. This place gives me the creeps.
This is the end for you! I know all your weak points, monster.
Did I ever tell you I spent half a year in a dungeon? It took 3 companions to haul me in, who don't know what for, but I reckon they had good cause.
These old ruins. I don't want us here, the ancient ones. What was that?
There you are! Ha! Found you!
I'm on your side!
That's the end of that. Did you hear something? That's the end of that.
That was your decision.
Someone there. Over here!
What was that?
Easily blocked.
I have to admit, I'm disappointed.
Never knew a place could be so ancient. I bet it's over 1,000 years old.
Someone there?
No more! I yield! I yield! Ha! Found you! You're nothing! That's the end of that.
I'm disappointed.
Mercy!
What's good is dead.
Is that it? Is that your last?
Just remember, that was your decision.
Considered?
Everything in here seems to be about death. Burial urns, crypts, funeral shrouds. It's a bit depressing.
When I was in the dungeon, a bunch of the guards used to torture the prisoner in a cell next to mine. Wasn't right. Wasn't fair. By the arena. That's impressive.
I wonder if any of my ancestors ever walked these halls.
What was that?
Over here! It's a
have to
shame
admit,
that was
I'm
necessary.
disappointed.
Draugr. Damn it, I hate those things.
Have you ever been to Darkwater Crossing? Terrible name for such a beautiful place.
Show those thieves not to steal from Luke and Valerius. You found it. There it is. Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister. Thank you so much. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of
Fair as the
thing.
morning sun.
All right, then.
What can I do for you? Sure thing. It's yours for a day. Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
I wonder what happens when a customer can't afford to pay for a meal or a drink.
You're that visitor been poking around.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
The finest weapons and armor. Until next time.
Ah, another stranger passing through Riverwood. Off on the next adventure, Fair enough. But if you're seeking excitement and riches, this ain't the place, I'm afraid. Riverwood does have its charms, but I imagine they're not quite what you're looking for. Vendal and Sven keep things interesting from day to day with their bickering. But it's not all bad. It's peaceful, quiet. The most exciting thing to happen here in recent memory was a drunken brawl over 2 cheese wheels and a chicken. It must be a Nord thing. In any case, I'm glad to have some time, and more importantly, respite from the world. Here's the same as anywhere else, I suppose. Why not? The Riverwood type? It's okay, stranger. I know what you mean. You're correct. I am no farmhand or errand boy. I am, or was, a soldier. But that life is behind me now. I've taken a few beatings in my time. You've got a good sense for it, that's for sure. I can tell you, if you'd like. But let's get somewhere more comfortable first. Come, follow me. I do apologize for the pace. My leg isn't quite what it used to be. There we go. Let's make this absolutely clear. I don't know who you are or how you found me, but if you try anything, I will kill you. The Dominion pays well, of that I have no doubt. But even a cripple can still hold a blade.
I got this for you. It's nothing big, but I hope you like it. I want you to know-
Mercenaries come in many guises, so you'll have to forgive me for not taking you at your word. How much did they pay you, Your weight in jewels? The promise of an emissary's position? You're an idiot if you think the Dominion keeps its word. By what right do you invoke rank, stranger? What do you know of war and sacrifice? Fair enough. But if you haven't chosen a side yet, you will soon. No one will be able to escape the coming war. But you seem like an all-right sort. Come, let's grab a seat and I can tell you anything you want. Frankly, my leg has started acting up again. I hope you'll not begrudge a veteran for being careful. But it pays to look out for one's enemies, no matter how long it's been. No, if there's anything I know for certain, it's that the Thalmor never forget those who cross them. Even a sleepy village like Riverwood can attract unwanted attention, if you're not careful. The better question is, what didn't we do? I'm from a small hamlet on the edge of Alakir. Conditions could be worse than Morrowinds at times. But it was honest, and life made sense. But there's too much bad blood there now. Too many bad memories. Not just me, but for us all. The Dominion, of course. I was still half a boy at that age. Bull-headed, rash. But I wanted to make a difference. Help the fight against elven supremacy. Thalmor forces were already in Hammerfell before the Great War had officially started, so I began working with a local band across the Alakir. Must have been quite a shock to the elves, to come from lush grasslands and comfort to nothing but desolate wastes as far as the eye can see. Lutes and poetry weren't going to be much help there. There's an old saying that the sands swallow all. We'd use the storms to cover our approach, and strike quickly before they had a chance to react. Most of us were just pulled from local settlements. Men and women that had been thrown into warfare with only basic martial training. But we made it work. Fought as hard as anything to keep our home. For a time, we had some close calls, and magic is always an unknown in combat. But we fought hard, won a few victories, even joined a battle near the entrance of Montelion. That was chaos if I ever saw it. Soon enough, the locals who had barely learned to hold the right end of a blade were veterans, forged through blood and war. Of course, we might not have known each other at the start, but going through that together brought a kind of bond, a mutual understanding of everything we'd been through and faced. Good soldiers are worth their weight in gold. Soon enough, we went our separate ways, summoned off to different patrols. The war was gripping all of Tamriel by this point, and even the nobles understood that we couldn't be getting much help from the outside. I had taken a poison arrow during one of the last night raids, and was recovering in Sentinel. A short respite from battle, but a welcome one. As any soldier can tell you, you take whatever sleep you can get. A lot of wounded in the city, but the guard kept it together, and the Dominion off our backs. No. In fact, it was quite the opposite. While recovering and visiting some friends, I was approached by one of the forebears. The siege had recently been broken, and finally it seemed like the two were going to get their heads out of the sand. She was all blood, respected in the city, and as a joint effort with the Crowns, they organized a war band. By Satakal, it seemed someone got the idea that I should be picked to lead them. It was. Something like that doesn't come around every day. Strictly need to know, armed with the best gear Hammerfell Gold could buy, to strike fear in any who dared to cross into our lands. Of course, I may have been injured, but those few weeks hadn't made me go soft. I was eager to get back into the field and tear the Dominion a new one. We shook hands, and the next day I went to meet them. My people. We met in an old ruin beneath the city, only a few guards on hand. Introductions were made, plans laid out, and we toasted, even as Dominion spells pummeled the gates outside. As for my fellows, well, I could tell we were going to get along just fine. We headed out next morning. Some of the finest men and women I've ever known. War has a tendency to make or break a person, but these ones... I don't know if you fought in a war, traveler. Real war. But if you're lucky, every once in a while, you'll come into contact with someone who just has it. Skill, luck, bit of the gods on their side. I don't know, but each and every one of them was like fury itself in battle. We were the very best Hammerfell had to offer, and we were going to make Thalmor pay their tribute in blood. Our frontal team was led by an enormous Pomarat, gold flecks tinting a mane that had been decades in the making. From what I've heard, they're a rare sight outside of the Khajiit's homeland. But if you saw him fight, you'd understand why I was glad to have him on our side. A lot of great warriors out there, but few would dare risk locking blades with someone like him. More than once, he'd lean forward and sink his fangs into the enemy's face. Rip their throat out, even. The Thalmor never saw it coming. Outside of battle, though, Saja was a quiet one. He was content to keep watch while the rest of us slept, meditating under the moons. Of course. You'll have to forgive the ramblings of an old warrior, well past his time. As you wish. Don't take this the wrong way, traveler, but I hope I never see you again. I have no wish to use my blade anymore.
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we've got mercenaries from Hammerfell strutting about. Need something? It would seem so.
Where did you come from?
You're off next.
Just remember, that was your decision.
Come on.
I cannot best you.
The way the Nords here talk about battle. Don't know why they don't build themselves an arena. This city's as good a place as any.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you. Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
You look strong. Come to Jorvaskar and be a companion. The companions are my family. We fight so that other people don't have to. We bring honor and glory to ourselves and each other. Vilkas and I have been here since we were little whelps. Our father Jurgen raised us here. Even Vigner couldn't remember companions younger than us. Kodlak is the one who figures out who can be a companion, so talk to him. It's out of my hands. All right then.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to Jorvaskar. Only the most famous warrior band in all of Skyrim. Have you been living with the Horkers? When we arrive, blood is spilled and our blades sing to the glories of Ysgramor. This is life, brother. The struggle is what reminds us to draw breath. The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. That's Ayla, Skjor, and the brothers, Farkas and Vilkas. Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders. Mm-hmm.
Need something? Until next time.
Need a ride? Well, I know the companions make their home here. Their mead hall, Jorvasker, is the oldest building in the city. Oh, and there's a nasty feud between two families called the Greymanes and the Battleborns. You'll want to be careful there. The rest you can find out by asking the townsfolk. Start with the barkeep at the Bannered Mare or the Castle Steward. Until next time.
By Easmere, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just north, by the Loria's farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. Like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Well, sounds like you've had quite the journey, Uthgar. But you were gone longer than usual. I got to thinking maybe you weren't coming back.
You sound like my ma. Figured I was lying dead in the field somewhere. Is that it?
Thought did cross my mind.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day? You need to be careful in this city. Never know who you can trust these days.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in Jorvasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Yes?
Whiterun. If I never saw Dragon's Reach again, it'd be too soon.
Good evening. Take a look. Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you need something? All right then.
Bits and baubles for sale, all crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. You take care of yourself now.
I heard the gourmet's hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fella who wrote that cookbook? Indeed. The temple here in the city is my charge. The goddess's divine blessings have no doubt helped make Whiterun a thriving and prosperous city. After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest days. Somewhat, yes. At first it seemed a distant thing, heard only in the idle speech of guards and traders. When the wounded soldiers began to return from battle, I did what I could to help them. As more of the sick and injured came to the temple, my work as a healer became more important than my duties as a priestess. I wish only an end to the fighting, so that I can tend to the temple once more. Grace of Kinnereth be with you.
Someone's been pilfering crops from my farm. If I find out it's one of your kin, I'll see the culprit rot in prison. I'm surprised you had the wits to notice, Alfred. What with your nose buried so far up the Emperor's backside? You won't be laughing when the Thalmor come to root out Stormcloak's
I know your
sympathizers.
family's honor is important to you.
I've already put in a claim to the land and property you'll forfeit. I
can't stop
when
now,
you're found
and I
to
can't
be
get
a
the sword on my own.
collaborator. I'll
So
remember
you're
that
willing to
when the
starve
storm
your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put a claim.
Tomorrow.
You can claim
What
your
then?
sword, or you can...
Do the elves take your homes? Your businesses? Your children? Your very lives? And what does the Empire do? No! You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos, because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward! Oh, yes. He agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it
the White Gold Concordat.
Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here, and in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos. Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat. So rise up, children of the Empire. Rise up, Stormcloaks. Embrace the word of mighty Talos, he who is both man and divine. For we are the children of man, and We shall inherit both heavens and earth. And we, not the elves or their toadies, will rule Skyrim forever!
I don't have any money. No, please! I really don't have any money, Braith. I'll give you 10 septims tomorrow. Just don't hit me.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder. We done?
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
They say Yorland Greymane crafts weapons that can make heroes out of beggars.
Thank you, thank you. No, please, hold your applause. One more song. What say you? Yeah? All right then. Now. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar.
Come on in, let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
All the golden hammer fell isn't worth cleaning up another pool of vomit.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
Another curious mind, is it? Come to Argus to find the answers to all life's riddles.
Brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal, and the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more, when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor. Thank you, good.
Why does any man seek the comforts of a bottle? Because he's a fool who believes in the lies it spins. So, what is it you want to know? The answer to life's most difficult questions. Or perhaps its most fundamental ones. They say I knew them all. Well, the truth is, no one does. No one knows what the next life holds. No one knows how to make love stay.
I fear the night, because the werewolves and vampires don't.
Was a hero named Ragnar the Red, who came
Sure
riding
thing,
white
it's yours for a day. Honest gold for honest work.
As he told of bold battles in gold he had made.
I'll show you to your room, right this way.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed. And so then came clashing and slashing of steel, as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more, when his ugly
Let me know if there's anything else you need. Hello, friend.
Think you can go blade to blade with me? You'd be dead in 6 seconds. You've been talking to those companions? Too hot-headed, they cried. Weak, pathetic cowards, the lot of them. It wasn't my fault. I told them over and over that it was an accident. They wanted me to prove my worth. So they threw me up against a young whelp of a lad, hardly old enough to grow his first chin hairs. I guess I thought a woman wasn't strong enough to hurt him. I didn't mean for him to die. Why would I want that? I just lost control. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. Good. Chat time's over.
This is a local favorite and one of the first.
Look alive, will you?
Yes, Mum. You want a drink? See you.
Ragnar the Red, who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorik's stay.
Need something?
And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles in gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
Mister, could you spare a coin?
Oh, you talk.
Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
Time that you lie down and bleed. So then came clashing and slashing.
It's what Brennan said he should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mom. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much.
There's no better way to face the cold Skyrim nights than with a belly full of ale.
Good evening. Lead the way. There's nothing like a good song to lift the spirit in troubled times.
I work with... Huh?
Ulfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well. Battleborn is a name out of legend, sung in the songs of old and heard in deeds of valor for 100 generations. For Clan Battleborn they cry in the mead halls, first into the fray and last to quit their ale. We've got honor, wealth, and titles too, aye, and buxom women to warm your bed on a cold Skyrim night. Now, if that don't answer your question, then no words will. Uncivilized pelt-wearing axe-draggers. It's a wonder they don't still live in a cave like those ancestors they keep boasting about. It's true, Vignar Greymane and his lot are one of Whiterun's oldest and, depending on who you ask, most respected clans. I don't dispute that, but it's one thing to take pride in your lineage, and another to cling blindly to the past. What they call honor and tradition, I call ignorance. Money, you laggard, what else? It always comes down to coin. The Greymanes have deep roots in Whiterun, but so do we. Difference is, we're rich. And Vignar hates it. Oh, and they hate it too. All their big talk of pride and honor. What have they got to show for it? Beggars' rags and stale bread. We've got the same pride, same honor, and we've got wealth. No wonder they envy us. You watch yourself out there.
Need something? Mm-hmm. An inn. Food for the thirsty.
But as man! But you were once man, aye, and as man you said, "Let me show you the power of Talos Stormcrown, born of the north, where my breath is long winter. I breathe now in royalty and reshape this land which is mine. I do this for you, Red Legions, for I love you."
Is those two at it again? Watch the eyes.
I knew it.
Come on! I've had enough of you. Chop, chop.
Here to be a companion?
Just keep swinging.
I just want to find a good husband and start a family of my own.
You're pathetic.
Azura curse you! That the best you can do? Filthy noir!
Don't mind them. Just working out some issues, in the old way. So you think you have what it takes? Huh. Lucky for you, I'm not the one who makes that decision. Talk to Kodlak. Who knows? Maybe he's in a generous mood. Until next time.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure. A good bunch of men and women who make too much a mess, if you ask me. Goodbye, dear.
But I still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome.
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me. A stranger comes to our hall. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy? That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye. The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your...
He might just let you come and look.
Hey, you're mine! Not bad.
Not bad. Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
One of the perks of fighting in the arena is everyone in the city knows your name. Some people don't like the fame, but not me.
Yorland works the Skyforge. He's a marvel with
What brings you here? I'm guessing you're the newcomer then. Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the Companions. Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them. My name is Eorlin Greymane. I work the Skyforge. Best steel in all of Skyrim. All of Tamriel. Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group, but every man is his own. Every woman her own. I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me. This isn't a command, just decency. Help out an old blacksmith. I've got to get back to my work.
Anointed by the night.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker. Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Wait, I remember you. So the old man thinks you've got some heart, I guess.
You know this one? I saw him training in the yard with Vilkas.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkas catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkas in a real fight? Ah, a man of action. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas. Did you call me?
Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me. Skjor and Aela like to tease me, but they're good people. They challenge us to be our best. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. Hey! The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Telma will keep the place clean. She always has. Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come to me or Aela if you're looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkas might have things for you to do. Good luck. Welcome to the Companions. By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've gotten a letter about someone needing some muscle right here in Whiterun Hold. I don't know what the fight is about, and that's not our business anyway. I just need you to go out there, look tough, and scare this milk drinker into submission. No more than that. I don't want to hear about a killing, understand? This isn't an order of cowards. I'll find someone more agreeable, I'm sure.
The latest recruit, right? Wait, is that right? A man of my station has many debts. I'm not much use at labor or learning, but I can throw a punch with the best of them. The companions let me fight for gold, and so I fight. It means when I have troubles, I always have someone on my side. We have shield siblings to keep our backs as dangerous as our fronts, I think. Until next time.
I never thought they would actually let me join the Companions. But now it looks like they're letting anyone in these days. It means signing on for the Nord ideas of how to live your life. Honor, battle, glory, all that. Even an elf can be born with the heart of a Nord, Skjor said when I joined. I think he meant it as a compliment. Fortune and glory, friend. Fortune and glory.
I'm still trying to figure out why Skjor let you in the first place. Just because you've been accepted here so quickly, don't think I'm gonna help you rise any faster. Fight well, don't be a lout, and you'll be fine. You don't need my help.
I was the newest companion until you came along. I guess that's okay. Just means I can show you the ropes. So much. This group, this family, this band. This is the best thing I've ever been a part of. The oldest fighting group in Skyrim, and nothing but glory from Ysgramor's day to our own. To be counted in that line is a bit of immortality. Even if I never see Sovngarde, I'll have that much. Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skjor fighting off the 101 orc berserkers? Skjor says it was more like 40, but he's just being modest. Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides.
We Greymanes have been feuding with the Battleborns for years. There's no more bitter enemy than an old friend. Well, when you get to be my age, you don't remember why you did much of anything. Only that it happened. My advice, don't overthink it. Fight well and the rest takes care of itself. Oh, we've got an old saying. Greymanes have lived in Whiterun since the first snows fell in Skyrim. Well, maybe that's not entirely true. But our clan's got a long and proud history in this old. We respect the old ways, the Nord ways, and the Greymane has worked the Skyforge since before the time of my grandfather's father. Aye, we used to be fast friends, though it was long ago. We were two of the city's oldest and most respected clans, and we could trace our histories all the way back to Ysgramor's companions. But then Ulfred got rich, and decided he and his kin were too good for us simple, backwards Nord folk. When the Troubles began, he took the Empire's side. We haven't spoken much since then. Aye, they're an old clan like ours, but they cast their lot with the Empire when the uprising began. Ulfred Battleborn made his money from farming, and got himself some new friends among the Empire's nobles. Now he's in the Emperor's pocket like the rest of them, with no regard for honor and tradition. I was done talking anyway.
Stop that!
Blood. Strange, I know. It means living such that your shield siblings would proudly say they fought at your side. Glory in battle, honor in life. Deal with problems head on. Leave whispers and sneaking to the gutter rats who can't fight for themselves. Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Askar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, boy. Politics are something best avoided. I prefer more personal confrontations myself.
Whiterun.